I see you driving round town with the girl I love, and I'm like, haiku. Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play LSD. I'm your host CPC Gamer, and that was a sad poem for my Dazzle, who I do believe is on her way out. We've had a good run together. What was it, 3 years continual service, however long it was? Gets me though, right? Recording LSD has gone a lot better, and much more smoothly than recording Super Amazing Wagon Adventure, which is stupid, because I've had to put 3 different capture filters on my software to get this, and it records just fine, but Wagon Adventure simply requires that I mash go, and it skipped and stuttered a lot. And that link was red. Yes, it has indeed linked me to the Grey Room. I was going to say, I hope that this is where it was going to send me. Of course, now I'm wondering if I found a static linking point. I mean, I can't have done, can I? Because you'd think that the websites and whatnot would relate something like that, right? Ah, who cares? Not like it explains anything, am I right? Again. Oh, hey! Yeah, since I'm here and I'm waiting for something, I'm going to finish telling that story that I started however many videos ago. DragonCon, the parade. I was a guy from Fallout 3. There was a female sniper, staying in character as being this stone-cold badass, and I make her break character by picking a fight with someone else in our group, proudly declaring, "Come at me, bro! I was raised on the streets of Vault 101. I don't know, she thought it was funny. And so did I. And you know what? Throwing myself down a pit has not worked out too well so far, so I'm going to pass on that. I'm going to leave India and go to the natural world. Hello, natural world. I want to go find that tree that I had last time. Did I say tree? I meant a thing. Boat! I meant boat. Trees and boats are the same thing, am I right? Yeah. If only I knew where I was, that'd be a lot more helpful. So I'm just going to follow this abyss, because that did work out well the last couple of times I did it. You know, I found a boat, I found the devil, there was this castle thing, and I managed to make a Princess Bride reference. Hey tree, how's it going? Got any directions for me? You know, I talk about triangulation and all, but the last time I went to read a map was... I was meant to be going up this mountain, and I spent the first 20 minutes just wandering around the parking lot, actively trying to find the mountain that I was meant to be climbing. Not my finest hour, let me tell you. I wonder what is my finest hour? How do I get over that other side of the map? You know, I like how there's a pretty huge gap between, like, the importance and significance of those two questions, and I can just casually ask one after another. But with that said, if I fall silent for a bit, it's because I'm trying to work out what I would consider to be my finest hour. Thus making it the hypest gameplay on YouTube's. And I don't know how easy this is going to be, because my brain doesn't seem to be calibrated for such things. I can, however, tell you every single toe-curling mistake I've ever made. Like that wooden boat I made when I was 6. Yeah, see, my family will know what I'm talking about when I say that, but you won't. And you probably never will. Although that said, my friend Justin, he likes it when I get my family involved in this. By which I mean my sister involved in this, because, you know, Dad's only passively been involved in my videos by wandering in or calling me or whatnot. No, Justin says he likes when my sister and I LP together because it's kind of obvious that the two of us have a shared backstory, and we can play off each other's riffs really easily. Like, we each know what the other one is talking about. And that's a pretty impressive feat when you consider I'm one of the people in this equation. And... anything over there? I guess not. Anything? No. Alright. Hey, what's that thing they say about madness? Like, repeating the same thing over and over and expecting a different result? I think that's what I'm doing here. You know, both with this dream and LSD in general. Is that Bright Moon Cottage? I think it is. Let's follow the wall and find out. You know, I gotta say, I really like that while there is some degree of randomness, the dreams do have definite connections to one another. You know, connections that never, ever change. It's somewhat like that with the things I dream. I mean, I know there are some places that I see over and over again which they are linked to each other. And I've never tried mapping anything out, because that would be a pretty impressive waste of my time. No, this is not the same as that. Shut up. Thank you for waking me up, Dream Emulator. Because this was about to get weird and tangential and live journal-y. Man, first Facebook and now YouTube. Is nothing safe from LiveJournal? It's just basically, you know, the internet version of that one guy in the zombie movie who he's bitten, but he's not telling everyone because they just kill him outright. And no, I don't know what I'm talking about. Shut up. Hello there, Kyotoville. Which is totally your name now. I am gonna go and... Yes, I'm gonna go try something that I read about on a website. This can do nothing but end well. Yeah, I mentioned this in the last episode. I found a website that documents a few little things that happen in this game, a few quirks in the system and whatnot. And apparently, if you follow certain steps, certain things will happen, as I say. And for once, I'm glad that I followed a guide, because the stuff that I'm going to try, it's kind of ridiculous, and I would never have thought to do it on my own. And, I mean, let me know if you would have thought to try what I'm about to do on your own, because it's pretty ridiculous. Of course, this is assuming that it works, which it may not do. I have seen no footage of this working or anything. Hey, flying lady. Or dragon. I forget what I called you last time. I think it may actually be one of those things like, the rabbit and the duck. But yeah, I've no idea that this is going to work. All I have is the word of some guy from the internet, and that's as good as anything else, right? I mean, I'm some guy from the internet. Okie doke. This is... What is still running? Possibly the Buddha guys. I think that will do. Okay. What we need to do, according to the guide I read, we need to go over here to this bell. And we need to make it chime. Listen to it chiming. Make sure that the log slash boat, if you want to make that into a running joke, is actually hitting the bell. And then go over to this here doorway. No, I don't know why I'm running. I guess I'm just taking it slowly so I don't run into Grey Man. So, we need to stand in this doorway and face the bell as it chimes. And apparently this will have some effect, but I won't say what it is, because if I do say what it is, then I'm gonna look quite the fool. Do I bow my head to it? Guess not. Well, this is why I didn't tell you what was going to happen, because I would hype it up and you would expect stuff, except nothing has happened. Except for a little more wasted time. And I'm pretty good at that, so let's link. I think that this music is India. How about that? And you know what? The whole trend of throwing myself down the pit, it has not done a single thing to influence the dream chart. Not only in any significant way, it hasn't done anything at all. What is that? That is the moon. Has that always been there? Has it always looked like a dead pixel in the sky? I mean, that's what the moon is, right? A giant dead pixel in the sky. A glitch in outside.exe. So speaking of spreading hilarious disinformation, I was once charged with looking after the little girl, so the daughter of the family who lives next door. Is the floor skulls? I keep expecting to see skulls in the patterns there. I used to know the psychological term for that, seeing faces where there are none. It's how we get the majority of ghost pictures and stories. You know that, and people don't know how the idiomotor effect works. You know, for somebody who writes stories and programs and creates stuff and for a paranormal message board, I sure am one hell of a skeptic. Anyways, no, disinformation. Looking after the daughter of the family next door, I convinced this girl that the conveyor belt in a supermarket is powered by crocodiles. Like, there's a crocodile underneath each till, and they can see the food through the little slot at the end, and they run towards it, which is how the conveyor belt works. And she kind of believed me for a bit. Oh, man, I love the soundscape right here. And you know, it's weird. You might hear it as an explosion or thunderous footsteps, whatever. I look at these birds as being the source. Like, with every flap of their wings, they create a powerful gust, just exploding and howling around my ears and putting me in a warm, happy place. Sounds and feels like falling asleep in a shower. That is an oddly specific thing to have turned to, Andy. Well done. Man, we're doing an LP with Crowley lately, and it's pretty weird how our two commentary styles clash, because generally he's very slow, calm, and methodical. He talks about the game and things related to the game only when they are necessary. And then there's me, who picks a topic and begins talking, and then doesn't stop talking until I mash the stop recording button, and then not always then. Although with that said, related to the game, I wonder what that thunderous noise actually is. Post-production gamer, when you are rewatching this video, wind it back and crank up the speed a bit, and then put it in a comment right about now. Awesome. Was that not informative? You bet your ass it was. And now, I choose to explore the wilderness some more. I briefly considered going to the cottage, as some of my more regular viewers may have noticed, but for the most part I choose not to. I'm staying out here. It's one of the few times when the natural world looks, well, pleasantly normal, rather than submerged, or toxic, or like I just dropped a whole bunch of LSD. Name drop! So yeah, this is completely unrelated to that, which in turn is entirely related to that, because I was just talking about how nothing I say is related to anything I say. Anyways, I recently learned that indie brawl is a thing. Why am I only just now learning that indie brawl is a thing? I love mascot fighters. And I even bought a couple that I haven't even fired up, but I totally will someday. And I love indie games. Because I was a student when I was dirt poor. I used to play the hell out of indie games. And each one would get added to an increasingly long list of best game ever, despite how good or bad they actually were. Hey Sharkfin, how's it going? I wonder if... Does this thing have a body attached to it? You know, like those koi carp? I'm gonna go find out. No, that is its wake. Oh well. As you can tell, I'm not particularly fussy with linking with it. I am back at the Monument Park. In a massive Technicolor haze. Oh no, it's a Zelopin! Never thought I'd see the day when an airship's coming my way. Believe me when I say, I led an air raid! I'm not singing that. Go watch the YouTube video. And this thing isn't gonna shrink. Which actually kind of sucks. Oh hey, yeah, I forgot to show this before, I think. If you look up, you can see the LSD logo on the tail fin of the blimp. Thank goodness it's not that wacky alien head, because I mean, you can bet I try to tie that into my conspiracy theories if it were there. Nothing? Oh man, am I back here? That's really quite interesting. You know, I like to equate things like this with waking up then going back to sleep. You know, like when you go for a drink or something. Although with that said, a question that has been asked many times by one guy, incessantly, he wants to know what our character is wearing. Now, I assume, since the character is meant to be me, at least in my head, that they are wearing pajamas. You know, it's obviously what I wear when I dream. That or costumes, because I'm a nerd. Okay. Yeah, sure, goodbye, fish. I don't want to link with you anyway. I don't know if I can fall through the floor like I could last time. Oh man, you can see through the water and to the other side. The secrets of programming revealed. Alright, can I fall through you? Can I string a cohesive sentence together? No and no. What is that? Oh, I see, that is the outside edge of the end of the world, except seen through a bizarre water filter. That's pretty clever, game. Do you know what? It may just have been a fluke the last time I fell through that fish. I'm not gonna try and repeat it again. Although I'm gonna try and find something. You know, like the boat or the demon again. Or I'm just gonna wake up and call it a day. So join us next time for some more of this, and until next time, goodbye.